Okay. 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 respect. Um, this is part two to to the video that I made about accepting the 13th's message. I'm going to call this the thus the ether spiral of the 13th message. And um, so last off in the first video that I made about 13th's, telling people to listen, how I changed my life, what I thought about when I first met him, or not met him, but seen him. Still was meeting him, but or like our souls meeting, I guess, whatever. Namaste, or yeah. Um, but so here it is. I know I like to look away. It's nature, over there, so it's real beautiful and all that. So it's hard to take my eyes off it. But about this message, about him, I say, for me, not personally, but beingly, it had to have been hard, hard on his life, his character, his emotions, his being, basically, for him to let me even join TLC. Not even what came with it, but for letting me join TLC. I mean, for even putting up with my nonsense when I first met him. I mean, I was a little out of it, but he didn't destroy me. He didn't destroy me, but he put up with it, and my back and forthness with my darkness and battles, and he took me in, like a real father would. So I was a little, I wouldn't say mischievous, because I wasn't like that. I was genuinely searching, but had a poor defense, against the pulls of others, and well, not others at the time when I first joined. It was really like spirits, and so not many understood me, overstood me. I don't even know if Unc did at the time, but he still took a chance. He knows, but he knows. But I guess it was just me at the time, thinking nobody understood me. Um, but for me, when I joined, it wasn't no ulterior motives. It wasn't no trying to get rich or trying to learn secrets, and no. As I started to learn the message, I wanted to be a spiritual warrior. That's what I wanted, but that was unnecessary. But so I say that's what I wanted to learn, in my ignorance. But as the years went past, I still was doing the spiritual warrior thing. Up until recently, I wouldn't say that's an ulterior motive, because I thought that's what we were, or like certain beings were. But I wouldn't say I was easily influenced. It was just what I went through with the trauma and being shieldless. So, and I had to fight, myself. It seemed like to everybody else, but I was fighting the spirits. So I need some water. I should have brought that out here. But I thought I did. Where is it? I thought I did. But so that's what in turn made me want to be a spiritual warrior, because I couldn't do anything to the demons. They was taunting me, if you don't mind me going into this, y'all. He was taunting me and all type of things in the dream world. Tried to get me to sign stuff and you know, letting their not presence, but letting their evilness be shown or heard, and then when I say it's you, sorry about that, but in the dream, they just laughed. It's funny, so you can tell like when you got a lot of fight in you, but you can't hit nothing, and they laughing in your face and all the other things. So that's why I wanted to be a spiritual warrior. Unc probably knew what he knows. I still don't know what he knew at the time, but it's like fast forwarding. I would get a little confused with the community. Spiritually, I would hear them saying, we support you. Not saying like literally that, maybe sometimes, but basically saying, I support you. You're gonna get through. We're with you, cuzzo, and all these other things. But then physically, it seemed like they were shunning me and kicking me out and all types of stuff. But what was I about to say? Sorry. But it seemed like they were kicking me out and all these other things. So I would get a little confused. And it seemed, how do I say this? As I see how things played out, I wouldn't lose faith because of it. Sometimes I've almost lost faith, like really into my years, like maybe like the end of last year and all these other things. But like speaking of an example, I literally lost faith, and I lost it, and then I appealed to the Most High that night because it was that night. I was like, Most High, not da, but yeah, if I'm allowed to say that, but then the next day, I'm sitting the day was starting off a little, whatever, but and in the back to sit in the sun, and the sun, I ain't never seen the sun shine that bright ever in my life. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but that was funny. The sun was shining, and I was like, whoa. Then I immediately gave my faith back. I was like, thank you. And at first in the journey, I thought it was just who I paid attention to or thought was right or whatever. I thought it was just TLC, nobody else. It wasn't that I wouldn't listen, I couldn't hear them. But the people I spoke to, I treated kindly, whatever. But I didn't know my influence on them. So, I don't know, yeah. So they definitely didn't understand me or understand me, because I was a little soft, I guess, or more feminine in my thinking. People would look at me crazy going down the street, singing, rising to the top, never gonna stop, we are rising to the top, because that was so feminine. And then people was like, when people see me, they would look at me funny, or he ain't gonna make it, or all these other types of things. But many of the things have saved my life, learning the feminine side of things. So 13 love to the Dynasty, 13 love Uncle L, 13 love to your queen, and 13 love to your dynasty. 13 love to the Cuzzles because they the dynasty too. You know, we all the dynasty. But um, uh, so I mean that's just like the beginning of my journey. And then I kind of I started to how did I say this? I got into a groove, you know, working and then at home doing what I can do and stuff like that. I was more into training than to studying, to be honest. But turns out, I wouldn't say both were unnecessary, but up until this point, well, at this point, it seems that I know the law without, you know, I am the law, or however I'm supposed to say it. Not saying, I mean that's what I'm saying. I am the law, but I hold myself accountable. You know, people say, how does he hold himself accountable if he's seemingly untouchable and seemingly always right? Well, as my neighborhood has recently seen, they know about the darkness and all that. But I am a dark matter being, so how I hold myself accountable is making sure the other dark matter beings hold me accountable. You know, if I was allowed to say that, and I think I am, so just because it don't look like it, you know, if I was to go wrong, I get towed up. Plain and simple. You know, I was wondering why they didn't believe me, you know, at my journey. You know, I guess they were questioning Aunt too, like how is he gonna, I'm speaking spiritually, how is he gonna check me if I get too powerful or whatever. But I mean they obviously don't know Aunt, but I ain't gonna say it like they don't know him, but like I don't know how to say it. But he's powerful man. Or yeah. But so I know Unc can check me, but if it comes down to the deep down, I have other beings that will check me. I'll leave it at that. So my whole journey I've held myself accountable. You know, whether it's I went wrong and they, you know, sent my, you know, ASS to the hospital, you know, to the point where I could walk on my own, and you know, it was kind of not sloppy, but kind of I wasn't as fast as I am now with my accountability, because you know I would do something wrong one day and then the next day it'll be accountable. But now it's, you know, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. So it's the same thing, accountability. And I think that's, whoever knows about counting and you know, banks and whatever, or yaya, you know what I'm saying. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But as long as I'm living the right way in my truth, I will pay back right away whatever I've done wrong. So I mean, and that's not just people. That's nature. That's ancestors. That's my local community. You know, I said nature, ancestors, TLC, family. So and that's everybody. And Mother Earth too, and the Most Highs, but especially Mother Earth. That's because it got to a point where I was tuning nature. Am I going off topic? I was tuning nature to be hard on me because everybody around me was saying, was thinking that I would go wrong and or too powerful and all these other things. So I made nature, down to a net. Down to a net. Down to a net. I don't know. I ain't looking for a net. I just want to that she love nature. But down to a net. I was like, if I even treat a gnat wrong, because I learned they're divine too. Because you know how in like movie Avatar, like certain movies about different planets, you see those floating things go past, and everybody's like, "Oh wow, it's amazing." But we got the same thing. We really do. I mean, that's just my little story, or whatever you want to call it. But nobody has to do what I do. But if you have the ability to do things, just do it the right way. Hold yourself accountable. And all this I'm speaking is the fruits from the Most High's grace, from Uncle's 13 Love, Uncle's 13 Love, but all this is only possible through, and wait, my family support, ancestors, nature, of course. I was just talking about them. So, and the community, nothing went to waste. Nothing. Because if you waste, I watched my other uncle, I don't know if I can say his name, Jarrell Bay. He told me don't waste food or something like that, or nutrients, and nature knows that they know they are the spirit. So we all know that the word is bread and all these other things and blah blah, not yada yada yada. So it's I learn from everybody. Maybe not everybody's meant to learn it from everybody, but you can self-reflect on anybody. So so all the foundation that I've learned was under Uncle's umbrella. Whether I was under the umbrella or standing outside of it getting rain, either way, what's wrong with that? I got to walk beside him. I went by myself. And nothing wrong with getting wet sometimes. So, or feeling the rain. But so self-reflection is a major part of my journey, because I was abandoned in my trauma. I guess I don't know in the darkness or dreams, maybe somewhere, I don't know. well, definitely not dreams, because yeah, Uncle L was there. Um, so maybe I wasn't abandoned, but I'm saying, I think in the last video I made, how it might have just been my faith that was gone and disconnected. So basically, this whole journey of following the 13th message is fighting for my connection back. Whether I truly lost it or, I forgot it was there. So, that was a lot. There was a lot going on in my life that I didn't know. And probably still being who I am. But I'm not meant to know everything. But I'm meant to know everything at the right time that I need to know everything. Uncle L, spoke to me, or spoke to us, saying Most Highs will put, I don't know if I can say that. Most Highs will put words in your mouth when you need them. Not a hair in your head will perish, or the message. And maybe I was a little too soon with it, on my part, and I might have influenced some cuzzos. I'm not speaking to them, but unbeknownst to me, because I didn't know who I was, and they had more of a clue than I did. So I'm just going hard to make sure, so people know that this message is true. I'm still that person in that video. Oh man, because I know what people be thinking. But that's me. I still feel the same way. People say they know the message already, and you already, or they reject it or whatever. But can you deny what you have seen from us so far? If you can, you're a liar about something. If you can't, so it's not even the words I'm saying. It's just, you see, I can smile. I don't care. I don't care about the wrong things. I care about the right things. I don't hate nobody. I just love people. Even people who, in their ignorance, or not even ignorance, but even in their mistake, I can still forgive. I ain't gotta love them to forgive. But it's so simple. Nature. I gotta show up again because just like my new car that people be showing off. Not saying it like that, but it's simple. And we've gone so far outside of our minds, and so far outside of our minds, when our minds are right here in nature. We searching for this, for money, or searching for cars, searching for women, searching for men, talking about the women, but searching for men, and searching to create whatever weapons, and searching to create spaceships and get out of here, or searching to see so far outside of the planet. And I'm not saying I know, it's good and bad and everything, but but we're all over the place, but right here on Earth. You can't be on Earth if you in your car, or in your kingdom. Like, who are you? Who are you? How is your kingdom better than, should I say y'all's kingdom, or Mother Earth's Mama universe? Your kingdom is an ant. Excuse me for laughing so much, but woo, your kingdom is an ant. You know, there are many ants, but there's only one space. And that's why people, you know, say, oh, it's only enough room for one of us. So, but you know, Yah's kingdom is part of Mama and Earth, and so that's alignment with nature. That's my religion. Realignment with nature. So I'm realigned with Mother Earth, realigned with Mama. And Unc definitely showed and proved that. I'm an example. So, I mean, I hope y'all watch this video all the way through, because Unc has proven true to me, to the Cuzzos, you know, to people who might not be seen, or maybe scared to be seen. You know, people have their own place that they're at. You know, whether they come out in public with it. Well, I know Unc handling all that, but oh, I'm like, what is that? It's a queen looking bee. That's my bad. I ain't mean to get scared. You stalk me. That's like them cat reflexes. But yeah. So that's my religion. That's what the message. I mean, the religion, the message. I mean, in me. The religion and message in me. Or should I say, the universe? Or no, I think I'll say me. I ran out of time, y'all. 13 Love. 13 Love, part 2 of the book. Thank you, 13 Love.